Hello, welcome back to Whisky Wednesday. I'm Joe and every Wednesday I do whisky video reviews. So for the next few weeks, I'll be reviewing some Swedish whiskies from the Mackmyra distillery. And Mackmyra are the first Swedish whiskey. And I've got to say a huge thank you to Angela de Orazio. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, Angela. The master blender and distiller at the Mackmyra distillery. And a little known fact for you, Mackmyra are the most ecologically friendly distillery. This particular one is their first edition, and it's actually available. It's fairly well available in your kind of more specialist stores, and it's a really good price. It's around about £50. Highly recommend checking out. There's some beautiful whiskies coming out of the kind of New World regions, if you like. So obviously we've got Sweden, we've got Germany, like I reviewed before, we've got France. So there are some really, really good world whiskies. This is their first edition. It's been matured in first fill bourbon barrels and also Swedish oak. And it's been bottled at 46.1% natural colouring, and it's non-chill filtered as well. Just lovely, just lovely gold colour. Obviously, nice healthy sample of it as well. So yeah, Swedish oak and first fill bourbon barrels. And remember, with first fill, it means the casks come straight from the distillery in America, the bourbon distillery, and the spirit is put straight into it. So it gets much more colour and much more flavour. So let's have a nose. Now on the nose. It really is that kind of bourbon cask character. So spiced citrus. It's kind of fairly spicy on the nose. Spiced citrus, a little bit nutty, or maybe almonds. Getting a lot of vanilla, definite vanilla, obviously from the bourbon casks. Maybe a bit of white chocolate, kind of like spiced white chocolate. And the thing is, I speak to a lot of people about whiskey, and when you tell them that there are, nations producing whiskey such as Sweden and such as Japan and France and all the rest, some people kind of, they kind of turn their nose up and they go, Swedish whiskey, but it's just whiskey. It's made from malt or grain, water and yeast, and then matured in barrels. So, they're using the same ingredients. It doesn't mean it's going to be horrible by any means. They're using the same ingredients and the same barrels. If a good whiskey maker is doing their job, it'll be a good whiskey regardless of where it's come from. So on the nose, again, kind of appley, getting kind of pears maybe. And a spiced coconut. It's fairly sweet, spicy. Quite delicate as well. Yeah, I'm going to go for kind of pears, white chocolate, maybe a bit of lemon tart. Very pleasant. It's the kind of whiskey you'd like to kind of sit with for a while, maybe on a summer's day. It smells quite summery. Alright, let's give it a taste. Ooh, now that's spicy. That is spicy. First impressions, vanilla. There's a sweetness there. Just kind of trying to give you some basic kind of flavour characteristics. It's sweet. It's spicy. And there is a bit of fruitiness there as well. Alright, let's give it another taste. Now the second taste, obviously you get a lot more flavour. So now I'm getting all that citrus coming back. Bit of lemon peel, bit of orange juice. It's quite kind of that kind of citrus juice flavour. More spiced oak, maybe a bit of kind of Chinese pear. You know, the kind of pears that are slightly kind of tangy, kind of more tart, yeah, kind of standard conference pear. Bit of woody spice. Again, that coconut coming back through. Feels quite good in the mouth as well, quite kind of uplifting and spicy. And that will come from the 46.1% percentage alcohol by volume and the non-chill filtered element to the whiskey. Right, let's give it a final taste. Now the third taste, getting a lot more nutty spice. Spiced coconut, I'll even go as far to say it's desiccated coconut. Lots of kind of freshness in the mouth. I think it's around about a 4 to 5 year old, so it is still a fairly young whiskey, but there's a lot of flavour there, and that's because they've used first fill bourbon barrels, and that's key to a young whiskey. If it's a young whiskey but it's being matured in a first fill barrel, it's going to get a lot more flavour. Finish is dry, sweet oak, and actually not too short, considering it's a young whiskey. It's not too short a finish, not a long finish by any stretch of the means, but it's not too short. And the kind of spiciness stays around your gums, and the dryness works really, really well. Great little whiskey for a Swedish, the first edition from Mackmyra. I'm going to give it 7 out of 10. The flavours that are there are great. The nose is great. It's not over complex, but obviously that's not a bad thing at all. This whiskey would be like a perfect summer's day whiskey, or like a summer evening. Refreshing, citrusy, a little bit spicy, and delicate. So yeah, 7 out of 10 for the Mackmyra first edition. As I say, it's available in all good specialists, only about £50, so I recommend checking it out. And it comes in pretty cool packaging as well, the Mackmyra bottlings. So I'll be reviewing more Mackmyra in the coming weeks. Please share the video, and I will see you next week, guys. Cheers.